Friends, today we are talking about intimate boundaries. So, what is intimacy? What does intimacy means? I read a beautiful uh, way to define intimacy, and it says, "Into me you see. Into me you see." That is intimacy. So, when somebody is uh, looking into us deeply, the more deep we can connect, the more stronger the intimacy, right? So now what is boundaries? It's quite opposite, isn't it? Why to have boundaries? So friends, first we need to have self-love. Self-love is so important. We need to know what we want, what makes us feel good, what doesn't makes us feel good. Self-love is the first. So I talk about self-intimacy first. You need to know your body. So let me show, Deeptiji, you give me this access. I need to share the screen today, please.
Yeah, 1 second. Yep.
Yeah, thank you. So I'll show it with a drawing. I hope you can see this board, everyone. Yes. And so just imagine that I am drawing a line here, and this is A, okay, and let's see B. Okay. Now A and B are two people. A and B has a boundary between them. What does this boundary means? Boundary means nothing but boundary means healthy boundaries. It says I'll take the whole responsibility for myself. Whatever happens in my area, I take the whole responsibility. Body wise, words wise, attitude wise, emotion wise, with values, what preferences I have, that is my thing. So anything now A happens to the body language of A. A is completely responsible for his or her body language. What is the word A is talking? A is completely responsible for taking ownership of the words, body language, everything. And B is also taking care of all these things of our bodies, words, emotion, attitude, values, preferences. B says, I'll take care of whatever is in my side, I take responsibility of that. So friends, when we have healthy boundaries, it actually increases intimacy. Everything has boundaries, like we go outside, we don't register. But you see the traffic, all are having their own boundary. We have to go on the left, other traffic is coming on that left. So there is an order. Every beautiful relationship, every committed relationship has some boundaries, some unspoken things that they have shared. Sometimes it is not unspoken, we don't tell also verbally, but with the attitude we understand this person doesn't like this, I will not do that for this person gets irritated with this, okay. And if it's coming in between, then maybe probably we'll talk about it, right? So this is the boundary I wanted to speak about. Now, like a couple, like even not even a couple, actually all relationships are this way. So I'll draw another diagram here, right? And for this I'll draw like this. Yeah. This is a Venn diagram. Yeah. And you see, this is, let's say this is A and we have B. Okay. Now A or B are two people. They are committed, they are married. Now you can here take an example of any relationship. But here we are talking about intimacy, so I'm talking more about couples. Now A and B, they have their own life. Yeah. So A, you see, this is A. This is a lot of thing B does. I'm sorry, it's not A, B. And A, lot of things A does on her end. For example, A likes to go for swimming. A likes to go for her, dancing classes. B likes to go to his friends. He has some set of friends. B likes to go for, let's say, trekking. But A does not like those things. B does not like those things. It doesn't matches them. So where it matches them is in the between. This is where the common boundary. This is where the common thing. So for example, A, B both like to listen to music. So this is a common place where A and B can come together and they can listen to music, or maybe they like comedy movies, or they like to cook together. So in a couple, in any relationship, you have to find the common ground and respect the other space. So, oh, you are totally mine. All your friends, I need to know, I can't let you go. You have to tell me. So we do a lot of things to violate each other's boundary also, friends. How do we violate boundaries? So sometimes we are saying yes when we mean no. Why? Because I want to look good. If I say yes, other will feel good. So most of the time we are saying yes. Sometimes we have to say no. No, I don't want that, or we are not able to yes. Are we saying yes to please a person? Are we saying no to please a person, to prove something? Are we being authentic to them? Right? Sometimes what happens, we don't want to say something, or the partner says, my partner should understand seeing me, what I feel. He should guess. She's like she's my wife. She has to guess it. Why will I say? And sometimes we try to control our partner's thoughts and behavior through aggressive or subtle manipulation. Sometimes it can be aggressive. No, you are not supposed to do that. I won't tolerate that in my relationship. Very aggressive way the man or woman says. It can be a woman also, very aggressive. Or subtle way, like emotionally she'll take or he'll take advantage of her. Emotional, there would be entanglement. Oh, she'll be crying, she'll be nagging. What she means is you don't do that. So she's actually not giving him space, or he is not actually giving her space. So to do that, these are the underlying factors. So establishing healthy boundaries is so important, friends. Healthy boundary. So how to do that? First is communicate your thoughts and feelings honestly and clearly. Trust me, if there is no communication, no good communication, there would be no good intimacy. First thing is you are communicating your thoughts and your feelings clearly as possible. Sometimes we are not able to clearly even feel what we want. So we can tell our partner, I'm not very sure what I want, but when I know, I'll come back to you. I'll tell you that. The more clearer you are, more you have a stronger relationship. with your partner. And ask your partner, what are you feeling? Instead of guessing, oh, he is like that. I know when his mood is like that, he behaves like that. So many assumptions. Whenever he is with that friend, he comes with that kind of grumpy face. Why to assume? You don't assume. You ask him how he feels, rather than just making cooking stories. And taking responsibility, friends, of your choices. Instead of blaming your partner for how you feel or what's happening, ask yourself, how is your choices? Have you make a choice out of a purpose, or your choices were out of accidents? So take responsibility of what you are choosing. What do you want? You want to keep arguing with a partner? Oh, you tomorrow you did that, yesterday also you did that, 1 year back also you are acting like that, also that day also you behaved me. All these things that you want to do, or you want to choose joy over that? You want to choose peace over that? You want to have harmony over that? You want to become right, or you want to become loving? Most of the time we are fighting to become right. I am right, you are wrong. So what are you choosing? Are you choosing joy? Are you choosing to become right, to become this is a power play. Sometimes a couple goes through like a power play. I am powerful than you, and he says I am powerful than you, and they try to prove themselves. There is a power game that is happening. Yeah. So take responsibility of what you are choosing. Yeah. And express your feelings as belonging to you without blaming your partner. We are all reflections, friends. Our partners are reflections to us. Before we blame him or her, oh, because of you I feel like that, because of you this is happening to me. No, let me go inside myself and take responsibility. This is my feeling, I will work on it. And we can tell partner gently, you know what, I'm not in a good mood, and I'm feeling this emotion. I'm working on myself, I'm trying to look into me. I need some time before I come back to you. Can you please give me some time? So this is a path of awareness, friends. Relationship is a path of awareness where we are growing more aware. Instead of um, you know reacting to a situation, we have started responding to it. Right? It doesn't mean okay, sometimes we may be loud, or we may fight. Sometimes this kind of things happens. But again, coming back, whenever we are centered, whenever we are sitting with ourselves, we are able to center ourselves, coming back to our center and questioning what happened, how can I take responsibility in this situation? Because if the power is on the other end, if our partner is driving our life, then where is the choice of my happiness there? And wherever he puts the handle, I'm going there. So now, I don't know if you have heard about this term called enmeshment. Have you heard about it? Enmeshment. Now I'm going to talk something where these feelings are no, there is no boundaries actually, and we go through something in our childhood called enmeshment. When we lose this boundary, I'm going to talk about it. There's no boundary there. We are confused. There is no clear cut boundary. Now I'll give you an example to show you that. It's very interesting to know that. Okay, so let's say that this is mom and Let's say this is dad. Okay. Mom and dad. Okay. Now, mom and dad, they don't have very good relation. Okay. No good relation between mom and dad. What happens is the sexual energy is not flowing freely between mom and dad. The couple. What happens? So I'm showing an example. Okay. What happens is, what will mom do? Mom will try to project that energy to the daughter. Now, they are not in a sexual sense, but what I'm trying to say, this is an energetic thing. When our energies are not flowing, it's not creative, it's going to be destructive. So this couple doesn't have a good relation. So what will the mother do? The mother, in this case, she will talk to the daughter, sometimes verbally, sometimes non-verbally. She'll give her an idea that, men are not good, men are like that. See how your dad treats me. I'm so frustrated with my life. And daughter has an experience of dad through mom. Through mom. She's understanding dad, not directly. She's understanding dad through mom. Okay. So dad here, the dad and the daughter won't have a good relationship. See, I'm trying to talk about boundaries, but I'm talking about what happens sometimes in the family dynamics, how the boundaries are distorted. See, here the daughter couldn't have any boundary. Whatever the mother gave, the daughter took. Whatever the mother said, the daughter believed. Oh, yeah, father is like that. She didn't see father directly. And here, let's say he's the son. Okay. What will happen? The dad will project that energy with the son. The dad will say, you have to become something. Your mother didn't allow me to become this. I wanted to do this in my life. I wanted to do that in my life. I couldn't do because of your mom. Now you have to prove me. So he'll put the rifle, he'll put the gun on his shoulder. Said, what I can't do, you now do. And the son will not have an experience of the mother directly. He will know mother through dad. And here the son, let's say here, the son and the daughter, they don't have good relationship. The son and the mother and the daughter and the dad, they don't have good relationship. So this is called enmeshment. This is the word called enmeshment. Enmeshment means where the boundaries are not properly defined. I'll give another example of enmeshment, which is similar. Again, we draw, okay. Let's say mom and dad. Okay, mom and dad. Okay. Now what will happen is, mom is again the same thing. I told you, they don't have good relationship. The energy is not flowing between mom and dad nicely. There is no intimacy between mom and dad. So what will happen? Let's say here we have the son, and here we have the daughter. Okay. So mom wants to project this energy to the son now. So what she will behave, oh, how your dad behaves with me, always like that. So the son will try to now protect mom. So the son will become like a mini husband, so to speak, like a mini husband to mom. He'll try to protect. He'll tell dad, he'll fight with dad, never talk to my mom like that. And what will happen, dad and daughter will have a very different experience. Another daughter will see, oh, my poor dad, my mother doesn't take care of my dad, let me take care of him. So she'll start acting like a mini wife to dad. Mini wife, whenever dad comes, oh, he's coming, I have to give him water. So she'll run to the kitchen, get him water, open his shoes. And here, mother and daughter won't have good relation. Daughter and dad and son won't have good relation, because they are seeing each other through mom and dad. So friends, these kind of relationships are called enmeshment. Enmeshment means boundaries are not clear, right? The children, they are confused about mother and father. Yeah. So why I gave this example is very important to understand that why we don't understand boundaries properly in our childhood. Did we had proper boundaries? Did we learn boundaries? Did we feel safe? Right? Was there a emotional boundary? Was there a physical boundary for us? Question ourselves so that we will understand. Oh, otherwise, suddenly, how will I learn boundary with my husband, my wife right now? So when we look into the childhood and say, oh, this happened, my mother, father had issues, and how these things were projected on me. This is a very common thing which I talked about. And if we can realize that, we can let go of that enmeshment. And then you can also look at your mother and father in a new way. Oh, I never saw my mother directly and never saw my father directly. I always saw it through somebody. You can heal your relation with your mother and father. And when you can do that, then you can establish strong boundaries, defined boundaries with your partner, which can, of course, help in your intimacy. So what it says is, when you are, boundaryless, you are connected. When you are boundaryless, you are connected, but you are not protected. When you are behind a wall, you are protected, but you are not connected. So neither is intimacy. So it says, this author is saying, none of these are intimacy. The answer lies somewhere in between. Somewhere in between. So might be your boundaries can be a boundary, but it, not that strict boundaries. Oh, not, never ever do that to me. Never ever you behave like that to me. Never ever step into this. No, but your boundary can be permeable. It can be breathable, can be breathable. Somewhere in between. If you have too rigid boundaries, then also there is no intimacy. If you have too strong, too feeble boundary, no, okay, all right, chalta hai, kind of, then also there is intimacy problem. But if these two can, so this is the dance of polarity. I call it the dance of polarity. Yeah. So you are okay, you don't like something, softly you tell your partner, even during intimate moments. You can hurt your partner if you say, what stupid thing you are doing. If you say like that, he feels so insulted or she feels so insulted. So you can say that, okay, this way I don't feel nice. You do this way. This is what I like. So you can turn it around in a nicer way. So in intimacy also there is a boundary, and with communication, with clarity, with more connection to this person, you can bring in intimacy with boundaries. So with boundaries, you will feel loved, you will feel protected, safe. At the same time, you're allowing your partner little by little to dance with you. Yeah, to dance with you. So intimacy means into me you see. into me you see. And so the question is, how much are you visible to your partner? How much have you allowed yourself to be visible? It depends on your healthy boundary. And I gave you some tips for creating this healthy boundary with your partner. Okay, friends, so that was the sharing from my end. If you have questions, if you have any sharing, you can let me know.
I just want to share another dynamics.
Yes, yes.
Like in my case, it was like my mother was projecting to me, my father was projecting to me, and my younger brother is away from both these people. No, no emotional drama with both these people. I was the one who was with both these people, so they were projecting on me, and I don't know what are boundaries. I never understood what are boundaries, and I don't know safety. That's where I started my inner work. Yeah, now I understood why I didn't have these boundaries.
Yes. Why
Yeah,
you didn't had boundaries? Because
yeah,
our boundaries were violated. Maybe they are
yeah.
violated earlier. Because as children, they think they are parents sometimes think they are the property. They can do anything.
Hmm.
So they will pull them in their discussion. See how your father is doing. See how is he doing. How is he acting. You know, and the child doesn't is perplexed, doesn't know what to do, whom to look at, mother or father, where the child will go. Yeah. So the child has to understand it's none of the child's business what is going on with the mother and father. The child is a child. So the clear boundary has to be there between the parent and the child. Yeah. Thank you, Nana.
So while growing up, we take it as our responsibility.
Yes.
That child
Yeah.
is taking that as a responsibility, their responsibility.
Yeah. I have to make my mother happy. I have to make my father happy. I have to fix their relationship.
Yeah, can I just say?
Yeah, yeah, Shivana.
Yeah, yeah. In my case, it's like I start with good boundaries in every relationship, friendship, everywhere. I clearly know, okay, this is like, there can be days when I'm not up to, talking. So I may take shutdown. All this I even speak, but I don't know where they disappear down the line. After like you get really close to that friend, then this boundary just disappears, and then I become codependent, and then I don't know, even if I'm like, I did try, but where did that go? Like in every space I have seen that I have tried, but it has just gone somewhere
Yes.
down the line, and it has affected me so much afterwards that I don't know how to get back to that. That's like a very sad space, because it leaves me very broken, because I go into that extremely dependent space where I am my most vulnerable self and everything. And then that when that thing is not there, I'm like, where am I, and where are my boundaries, and who am I? So that, like, but now, yes, with all the work that we're consistently doing on ourselves, yes, there's a little more clarity on how to maintain this. For me, the problem is always about maintaining it.
Yes.
Yeah. So because when you get too close, you kind of give in. Okay, this person is feeling bad, so let me just, as you said, it's okay, let me feel little flexible, and then tuck, it's finished,
Yes.
it's gone,
Yes.
so
Yes.
yeah. So that's where I find it a bit
Yes.
difficult to maintain that.
That's very thank you for sharing this, because many people face this, and the answer lies in becoming more aware of your self-love. When you really know self-love, when you love yourself, you will not allow this, right? And to be very honest, if we are not really understanding self-love, I don't know how much we understand other love also. We are doing it
Mm.
because to prove something, or maybe to get attention, or to get love from other. We have to ask why do I give in? There will
Yeah.
be some secondary benefits for that. Somewhere,
Yeah.
oh, maybe I want attention. I want to feel special
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
somebody's eyes, right?
True.
So we are trading our self-love for that. Yeah. So the more we are aware, the more we will not allow this, because anytime we are allowing it, no, I'm going too much. I'm going too much from out of my boundary. Come back. Center.
Yeah.
We'll allow that person to be in the space. We respect. Okay, you are in the space. I'm in the space. So when is too much? When is too much for you? Who will say that? Nobody can say that. Only when you are aware. Yeah. So self-love, when you're committed to yourself, that no matter what, I love myself, no matter what, I'm there for myself. Self-intimacy, I talk about self-intimacy. I know my body, I know my desire, I know what feels good for me. Yeah. Then, so I know my body so well. When I'm with my partner and he or she does something which I don't like, I don't allow that. Just because he or she is, feeling happy, doesn't mean I have to go in that sacrifice. No. So I'll immediately say, not like a harshly, immediately you can turn around that. You know what? This doesn't feel very nice to me. Can you do this? You divert that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So self-intimacy, self-love is the key, and the awareness all the time. Awareness practice can only develop through our meditation practice.
Yes.
Self-intimacy, of course, we can learn. Yeah.
Thank you, Aditya.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Any other questions or sharing?
Aditya, I have one question.
Yes, Bhumiji.
If you are not able to control it, then how to do it? Sometimes it happens when you can't control, that boundaries, and you are doing wrong. You are you are taking other person's space. You know everything, and you with all the awareness, then also you are doing that thing. Then how to control it?
Then why you want to control? You know everything, na? Then you can also tell yourself that I should be ready for the pain also. That is the awareness, na?
So I want to know how to reduce that pain.
No, so you're choosing pain. Understand that you're choosing pain. Simple. Are you choosing love or are you choosing pain? Simple. So if you're choosing love, you will not do that. Right? So
And because of love, we are choosing pain then?
That's not love. That's a blind love.
Okay, you can say that.
Yeah. Blind love. Ask yourself, what kind of love is that? How long will that sustain? Even not with that person, even not with you. Thoda sa, okay, in this dimension, we can make somebody feel great, or somebody may allow us to feel great for some moment. Will it last? No, love is, that is now the definition of love comes, right? What is love? Yeah. Is it making you closer to your God? Is it making you more empowered? Is it making you more free? Is it making you more loving? Can you breathe with that love? That is enlightened love. If it's the opposite, if it's contracting, if it's making me binded, that is blind love. So what love is that?
Blind love.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I think the key here, Bhumi, is also to see that what is the fear that you have if you stand up to that pain. Generally, in my experience, I've seen that why people choose pain is because if they move away from that pain, there's a fear of losing something. So if you can identify that fear, immediately once you have an awareness of that fear, then you can start working on it, and you will soon have the ability to move over that pain and take action. Anyway, that was my 2 cents from my experience.
Yes, fear is, either we can be with fear or love. There's the only 2 ways. What are we choosing? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Aditya.
No, I, I
Yes,
have
Rajiv.
something to. No, as Sribala was saying, this maintaining the trying to maintaining the boundary. So thing is, uh, so it comes everything. It comes not only in relationship. No, it can come in your official job work
Yes.
site, or also
Yes.
because as you said, it all start with self love and self respect and understanding your self worth and everything. So once I started working on that, then I have become aware of that. So then some, but in some cases, you know I feel also like crossing the boundary, because even though I'm becoming aware of it, sometimes it happens subconsciously, or I don't know, sometimes it happens, but but more becoming more aware of it, that comparing to the previous years, it has become more clarity, like I have learned to say no because wherever I was used to say yes, because I felt so powerless in that situation. That fear of retaliation, or fear of uh, losing that network, or using. But sometimes, so when I standed up for myself and say no, then nothing happened, because that then I realized that it was only my fear, that something will go wrong. No, actually nothing will go wrong when we stand up for ourselves. That is what I realized. When we say no, we say, oh, what the other party will say, it will be heard. No, actually it is not heard. Actually the other party will start respecting. That is
Yes.
really what happens. Which in 2-3 cases I said no, then nobody did anything to me. So I was really surprised. Oh, this is my real power. you know
Yes. Yes. Wonderful.
so it comes with practice, or if there will be sometime, there will be tests from the universe, that you will be put into situations that there will be test. So after each lesson there is a test, right?
Yes. Yes.
So there will be some sort. So I have to say no, then nothing happened. Then I
Sometimes,
realized.
yes. Sometimes when you're putting boundaries, people don't like it around you. Nobody will like, because you are good that way, na, manageable. Now you're putting boundaries, you are not manageable. People don't like to put, when we start putting new boundaries, for example, in relationships. So you won't be liked. But
Yeah,
that's
because
worth. But that's worth.
this also happened in. I will give you an example. I don't want to take much time from everyone. The thing is, when I started on this job, the work culture is everybody will work, even though it's a holiday, or it's a public holiday, or it's a weekend. Everybody responds to calls, responds to, but I slowly stopped doing it. And weekends I don't take phone calls. I mean, if there is something urgent, I will take, but it has become a norm. So 2-3 times, I had to avoid the phone calls even from the CEO of the company. So now the thing is, now when people started noticing that I don't take phone calls during, they stopped calling me. Now my weekends are very, very, very calm and quiet, because nobody, they will understand. Okay, if you call Abhilash, no, he is not going to respond. That's it. So that's it, because my peace and my space is important to me. If
Exactly.
somebody, because when I started respecting my space, then people started
Yes.
responding to that.
Yes. So that is between a boss and a you. But here we were talking about intimate boundaries, which is much more closer,
Okay.
much more.
The difficult one, the actual difficult one.
So that is the reason it rightly said, if you are putting strong walls, then also, the intimacy won't be there. If you are putting too light then also
Okay.
intimacy won't be there. But somewhere in between is the dance of the polarity, where we learn how much is.
Okay. Okay.
Every relation is so unique, so you can't really tell that what is required for whom. Yeah.
So not to go to that aggressive extreme. That's what you're
Yes,
saying. So
aggressive and not very.
stay somewhere in the middle.
Yes, somewhere in the middle and somewhere in the dance where sometimes you are permeable and sometimes I don't know what works for you.
Okay.
You have to test it. Yeah, because somewhere in our evolution, when we get to if we can get to like a relation which is like completely transparent, I think those relationships, all boundaries we can drop because there is no fear. But we are not there yet.
Yeah.
We're not there. So we need boundaries. How much we need, what will work for us. So communication with the feeling, not any assumptions, no assumptions, not waiting for the other person to come and tell me. Before that, I only go and clear that out. Why to sit with that kind of energy? Yeah. So do you want
And
joy?
I've
or do you
also,
want-
noticed that we get offended when people put up boundaries because we don't have boundaries ourselves. Like, for example, when we are trying to make a call to a close friend and that person doesn't pick up the call and does not respond for a day, we are like really upset. It has happened with me and I have changed all those habits. Like I give it a day, and I think like if it were me, I would respond. I would at least write, I'm busy. Why is this person behaving like this? Like, as you said, I'm assuming and I'm like, so basically it's me trying to indirectly control that person's behavior.
Yeah.
So I realized that like I thought I was being very nice. Like I write even if I'm busy. So why? So it's like basically I couldn't accept that this, and she comes back in like 2 days and like she says like I wasn't up to it, and but initially it used to upset me. It still does, but the difference is now I don't say yeah it's okay. My usually before it was my reaction is like it's okay, that's fine, you can take your time. When I was really not okay with that, now I understand her and I say, you know what, that was not really okay. I did feel bad, but yes, you did have an issue. I get it. So I have reached.
This is intimate boundaries because you want to be intimate, have a good relation with your friend because she's so important to you, right?
Yes.
You don't want to lie, and at the same time you also understand her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that is where I have reached. So there's still that I still think, okay, why is this person not? But I'm aware that okay, that's just me trying to be.
Example you gave for intimate boundaries. This is the.
So now I'm able to say that. Listen, I did feel bad, but I get you.
Yes.
Okay.
So with our partners also, we can be like transparent. When you said that, I really felt bad. Yeah, I felt like that, but I understand, your position.
Where it's coming from.
Right. Or if I don't understand, can you explain me what happened? I don't want to assume.
Yeah.
Please tell me what happened. And be open to listening to him and her. So this is how we create this beautiful dance between our boundaries. Thank you. Thank you so much, friends. It was a nice discussion. Thank you. So we are.
Thank you so much. So we'll catch up again next Monday.
Yes.
11 o'clock with something more interesting that Aditya brings up. Because I think one thing we can depend on Aditya is to come up with really interesting topics every Monday.
Yes.
Trying to. Very interesting.
Something that resonates with our daily life.
Yes. Yes. So that's why the whole point of this is to have an open discussion. So in these sessions, we don't really look at doing processes of meditations too much, but because we realize that talks and discussions are a good starting point for us to where we are. And then we can see how we want to go ahead. For that, then we'll come up with workshops and stuff like that. But these are points for us to discover more about ourselves. So thank you so much for participating and being open about, what's happening in your life and sharing your experiences, because that helps everybody, not only people who are here, but even I've got feedback from people who watch the video later on. I've got messages from them saying that, I used to think that I'm the only one who goes through this. But when people speak in the video, it's like, oh, there are other people who go through this. And from there, it's like that itself gives them a sense of like, okay, I'm not alone.
Exactly.
that helps. So thank you so much to everyone for sharing here.
Thank you, friends. Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Thank
And
you.
have a great
Bye.
evening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.